What's going on, guys? It's Theo here from Real Experience Ball Reviews, and we're back with another Rex Roadshow. Today we're going to check out those string pins here at Hudsonville Lanes in Hudsonville, Michigan. If you haven't had a chance, please feel free to like and subscribe to Real Experience Ball Reviews. So, what's on the agenda today? String pins. Are they good? Are they bad? We've heard both sides of the story. Today we're going to check them out, see what Dana Sorensen has to say about them, give us a rundown on the technology and how they have helped him out as a business and help Hudsonville do really, really well from a customer experience standpoint. So we're also going to check out the MSBS event where bowlers come on out and they bowl on these challenging, tough patterns. We're going to watch them bowl on the string pins, have them provide some feedback, and have some fun. Let's head on in and see what's going on. All right, so we're here with Dana Sorensen, owner of Hudsonville Lanes. Dana, how you doing today?
Good, how about you?
Doing pretty well. So we're actually behind the scenes, back here with these very, a little bit loud, string pins. Dana is actually gonna give us a little bit of rundown about these string pins. So tell us a little bit about, the installation of the string pins, what it's done for your business and how it's affected your bowlers.
Absolutely. So thank you, by the way, for coming out and doing that. We decided to put string pins in a little over a year ago. So we're about 15 months running the string pin setters now. When I bought the center back in 2022, we had very old pin setters. They were 65-year-old machines and couldn't get parts for them anymore. So it's kind of an important thing to be able to repair the machines. And then the other problem was mechanics. So mechanics, staffing, it's not a career field that many people are getting into anymore. So that first year of ownership was a little bit challenging, to say the least, trying to keep the pin setters running and keeping people happy. So we looked at what our options were. Really, we had 3 different options. We could go used and put something different in, but then I'm kind of buying somebody else's problems.
Yeah.
We could go brand new free fall, or we could go brand new string. It was right about the time that the USBC was making a decision about how they were going to handle string machines. And so we just decided, let's do it kind of regardless of what USBC says. And then by the time we rolled them out, USBC had approved them. So we have sanctioned Brunswick machines. And there's a big difference between a sanctioned machine and an unsanctioned machine. There's differences in the pit design. There's differences in the string length. It's a lot of different features that kind of add to or maintain that playability that you would expect from a free fall machine.
What's the feedback been from like a bowler perspective, right? Someone comes in, maybe they're just here to do some house bowling or they're bowling league or like today MSBS. What's been the overall feedback you've heard from bowlers as far as, I don't know, maybe when a lane breaks down, like what does that situation look like compared to, before where you had to have a mechanic and it was structurally different?
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of detail on that process just in general?
Yeah, for sure. So it's kind of a mixed bag, especially up front initially. The technology has been around for years, but the idea of it is new to a lot of people. So when we first put them in, had a lot of pushback, a lot of apprehension. There's a lot of emotion involved with the idea of putting string pins in. But within that first 6 months, a lot of guys realized it wasn't quite as scary as they thought it was going to be. Playability is still very similar. If there's any difference, it's going to be on your strike conversion. So strike count is down just a little bit over a free fall machine. But on an event like this, we would normally have to have, with our old pin setters, we would have had to have a full-time staff guy back here just making sure things were running.
Wow.
Now we're going about let me do my math right. So we're going about 100 times more efficient
Wow.
on the string machines than we were on our old pin setters.
Sounds like a good
Yeah.
ROI, looks
Yeah.
like that sounds like a great investment for sure. So if you guys have a chance, come on by Hudsonville Lanes, Hudsonville, Michigan. Come on by, see Dana, check out these amazing string pins. So how about, now let's check out these string pins. Let's walk down here. Let's follow Dana. I will do a little bit of a tour and he'll kind of give us a little bit of a rundown on the technology. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a look at what's called the 360 controller. This interface here controls a pair of lanes. So with this one interface, we can control both the left and right lane. And we have full functionality from back here. So we can do anything from setting individual pins to resets to diagnostics, all right from this interface. One of the really cool features with this machine though, or with the controller, is that it's cloud connected. So firmware updates, different changes to the way that it detangles and the way that it keeps track of data can all be updated and pushed right from the cloud by Brunswick. So we're close partners with Brunswick. Right now we're actually running some beta firmware that helps us track details on how many tangles we have in different settings. So depending on the type of play that we have going, whether it's open play or organized tournament league play, we run different string lengths. So during open play, we run a little bit shorter so that we have fewer tangles. But then during league play, we're at the full 54-inch required length. So one of the things we didn't get a chance to talk about earlier is the cost effectiveness with the machines themselves. If we had gone with brand new free fall machines, the cost would have been about double what our investment was for the string pin setters. On top of that, we're still paying more in electricity and we still have to have a mechanic on staff. There's a lot more moving parts and a lot more maintenance involved. So with a string pin setter, we're becoming a lot more effective as a business and hopefully being able to pass those savings on to you as a bowler.
So personally, string pins, I haven't had any crazy hits except one where the string took out the 4. It helps with chopping a 610. If I hit it light, I guarantee to spare it because the string gets it. Other than that, they carry almost the exact same. I've thrown logs and everything today, so it makes bowling kind of fun. And when they're carry funny, you can just blame it on the strings. I love it.
On the string pins so far, I noticed that obviously you don't send as many messengers. It's easier to pick up a little bit of splits, but you do kind of trip some stuff that you don't normally get. Honestly, I don't think they're bad for the sport. I think for the center it makes sense, and I think as a bowler it's not that big of a difference where it really hinders much. Overall, I've liked them so far, and all the experiences I've had has been positive. So that's really all I got.
On the string pins, they're truly like there's a difference between strings and free fall, but I don't think it's a big enough difference to really matter like pinfall wise. You just get different hits overall. So free fall, you still get like the lucky strikes. You're gonna have different leads. String pins, yeah, every once in a while you'll see the string hit something, but you have your string hits and you have your free fall hits. And at the end of the day, I mean, you're gonna shoot the same score honestly. So I think they're not a terrible. They're positive movement for the bowling industry, honestly, especially for the centers that are struggling. So I like them, and I mean, I don't have an issue with them at all. So
yeah, not too bad. Front 10, first time out on string pins. I'd say it's very realistic compared to free fall pins. I had maybe one hit there, the 10th one, where I rolled a 4-pin that you could definitely tell it probably wouldn't have carried on free fall, but Other than that, I think we maybe had, out of the 4 guys bowling, 2 or 3 hits that looked a little bit off compared to what we're used to seeing. So far, looks like it's gonna play. Should be a fun day.
Awesome. Keep it up, brother.
Thank you.
So, 2 games, total wins, and we were counted. That makes everybody for coming out and supporting the tournament today.
And we are off. All right, so we are starting here at the MSBS here in Hudsonville. We have a Matt Roberts here. Matt Roberts here working the MSBS.
Hello there, Theo Johnson. How are we doing today?
Good, bro. So they got some Rex apparel on. So tell us a little bit about these MSBS events and kind of how they run and what to expect.
So we are here for the 2nd time ever since they switched over to the string pins. This is a scratch bowling tournament. The head of the tournament's Mr. Brian Reagan. He's from Flint, Michigan, but he's having a few health problems here and there, so he can't always be available to run the tournaments. So when they're over here on the west side of the state, myself and then Mr. Jeremy Bartz here, we will help Brian run the tournaments as much as possible. We're wishing you all the best, Brian, and hope you get better real soon rather than later, because we miss you out here, buddy.
Thanks a lot, Matt. We're rooting for you, Brian.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Theo.
So if you guys are in Western Michigan, or even just anywhere in Michigan here, Brian Regan, he runs MSBS tournaments. That's kind of what we're showcasing today. So you bowl on the sport patterns, challenges bowlers to kind of do the best they can do on some tough patterns, and they get the exposure they need to be able to be a better bowler in the end. We have a Jeremy Bartz sighting here. All right, everybody, I really hope you enjoyed the video, the MSBS, and checking out the string pins. Dan, I want to give you a huge thanks for everything and letting us come here. And,
Thank you.
You know, again, if you guys haven't had a chance, Hudsonville Lanes, check it out. String pins are pretty awesome, according to everybody. A lot of great interviews, so hope to see you next time.
All right.
All right, cool.